Friday, I make the people happy. Friday, make sure I go beat them bad. Daniel let go beat them bad. Lafon let go beat them bad. Chevron let go beat them bad. Everybody take licks. Everybody take licks. Friday, whose name them a mention? Friday, to take over the island. Friday, I give them satisfaction. Friday, NDP go beat them bad. 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 Can you get it? Licks. Come on, get it? Licks. When they get it? Licks. When they get it? Licks. How you back to? Friday. How you back to? NDP go beat them bad. 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 Everybody take licks. Everybody take licks. Show them the yellow shirt. Show them the yellow runner. Show them the yellow flag. Show them the yellow shirt. Show them the yellow runner. Show them the yellow flag. NDP go beat them bad. 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 Everybody take licks.
Even the ball and beg, they get the licks,
you feel depressed, it's time to release the stress. I saw the lie, I saw the thief, I saw the wicked. Me, I wonder how they sleep. I saw the lie, I saw the thief, I saw the wicked like the belly of the beast. They're raising up everything except for salary. The only seat they're winning is down in the cemetery. We need justice for Yugi. Justice for Yugi. We need justice for Yugi. Justice for Yugi.
Yes, yes. The driver of 9932, could you check your vehicle, please? 9932, the driver.
Now that election ball, Labour have them a ball. All who depend the high horse will have to fall. Things the power you solve, you shape up like a jackass. Every day you are tight, you think that them go jump off. Election is coming wrong. All of them getting scared. Who don't get heart attack, it's gonna end up in jail. They gone in the cemetery to mess with people grave. Wait till the zombie catch you, she go beat you like a slave. We ain't taking no bribe, no lumber, no galvanize, no rice, no chicken back. So keep all your love backs. Labor dead. Bye labor. Labor dead. Yeah, you never worry. Goodbye labor. Now the shame is a shame on you. The party dead. Mother walk. You healthy dead. So the father, so the son. Look for them. Labor dead. And the election night. All you behind that cut nail. All you did on this time with a party dead. You healthy dead. Enough is enough. The party dead. You will be dead. Justice. You will be dead.
19 years and them not do nothing at all. Waste of time after all. This time they gone for sure. Gone for sure. Gone for sure. Say they gone for sure. Leave a gone for sure. Gone for sure. Friday you see here looking up. Detour because the whole place.
The driver of 9932, could you kindly move your vehicle, please? You're blocking someone from getting into the yard. Please, 9932, the driver. Can I have your cooperation, please? Thanks.
Say for tell a friend. Time to get SVG start working again. Labor tell all over that is the gen. But November, if we going to bury them. Man, I fed up with them. People fed up with them. The country fed up with them. All they doing is causing problem. Fed up with them. Me too. Me cat. Comment. But tell them this problem.
this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, which by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Saying, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing's gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, each by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Meaning, don't worry about a thing. Worry about a thing, no. Every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry. Singing, don't worry about a thing. I won't worry, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. I won't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing's gonna be alright.
Is there a DJ who's supposed to be on stage and set up? Please, please, let's go. Good night, good night. Once again, welcome to the meeting of the New Democratic Party, South Windward. Remember, when you reach, vote teach. When you reach, vote teach. We're going to start the meeting. We're going to invite former candidate, Mr. Noel Dixon, to open with a word of prayer.
South Windward, good night. Calder, good night. Bonham, because you're hearing us also, good night. And I believe those folks in pubs that might be hearing us too. Okay, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we give thee thanks again for another opportunity to be present among your people. And tonight, dear God, we are with the folks in Calder village. We thank thee, dear God, for them. We thank you, dear God, that even as we bring the message of hope, the message of deliverance, the message of freedom, the message of development for everyone, especially our young people, we pray, dear God, that they will have a listening ear tonight, and that they will also digest everything that we speak with them and discuss with them tonight. We give you thanks for good weather condition. And dear God, we continue to give you thanks also for everyone who will deliver tonight. We pray for safety. We pray, dear God, that thou may continue to bless us as a nation. And we pray that as we enter deeper into this electoral campaign, that there will be peace. There will not be any violence, dear God. And that even as we bring our messages, that we would be true and that we would think about people and not ourselves. We ask for a special blessing tonight as we wait upon you. We pray again, dear God, for protection on our candidate, Mr. Andrew John. Lord, we pray that thou may continue to give him the strength that he needs, the wisdom, the understanding, and that thou may give him the guidance in every way. Protect him and his family. And dear God, again, we pray for a very good weather condition on the 27th of November. So that when we go out, we will go out and vote overwhelmingly for change in this country. We give thee thanks for that change. We give thee thanks for the victory. And we do so in the precious name of your Son, our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Brother Dixon. I'm going to ask those of you who can stand to please stand and show respect to the national anthem of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Thank you very much, Calder. Good night again. And we're ready. I know the system is reaching far, but it's really nice. Just come a little closer, come a little closer. You know, let me get the vibes from the people. Because in a few days' time, November the 27th, we're going to the polls and we put in our X solidly. When we reach for teach, next to the key. All right? And we want to ensure that this constituency come in large numbers. Large numbers. You must send a serious mandate to Brother Teach in appreciation for his effort in South Windward and for the New Democratic Party for the plans and programs. We're going to invite back to give us a few words and greetings, Brother Dixon, once more.
Thank you, Bud. Caller, good night again. And I just want to touch on a few things tonight. Very few. I want to say to us in Calder that we know that Calder is one of the villages that is very, very independent. Right? Very independent. Calder is one of the areas also in which we have quite a few farmers, especially in peanuts. And we know that over the last few years, some of our farmers have lost their peanut farm in Argyle. And I still understand that there are still few of those people who are not fully compensated for their lands. And that is something that we will have to look into as we delve into the future. But at the same time, we as a country, we have quite a bit of things that go to waste on a yearly basis. I know that there was an individual who had started doing or making some plantain chips and also salted nuts in this area. Now, the new Democratic Party has a plan to add value to our local produce. In essence, we want to get our farmers adding value by going into agro-processing. And to do this, we have decided that we will embark upon establishing a development bank. A development bank that will make finance available to those young entrepreneurs, to those persons who want to get into their own businesses and do not have to confront the problem with the commercial banks. The development bank would make funds available so that you can get into your manufacturing, your cottage industry, and do the sort of produce that you want to do. If we want to take peanuts, for example, and we want to go further than just growing it, drying it, and selling it wholesale, we can explore the possibility of getting into even making peanut butter, which means we will be adding value, and rather than having to be importing, we could be producing our own peanut butter. Now, there is a place right here in Calder that we are exploring to expand. Our former minister and representative, note I'm saying our former minister and parliamentary representative, because we don't really have one now. I'm talking about Burton Williams. He had started a project right across by the school, and we are saying that that has potential to get into some of what we really want to do for Calder. So that is one of the areas I want us to look at and to think about it. Now, St. Vincent and the Grenadines is at the juncture where we must make a very serious decision. That is, we have had a regime that have been ruling St. Vincent and the Grenadines over the past 25 years. And you notice I use the word ruling because we cannot say that they were really managing our economy, because our economy is very messed up. It is in a real messy mess, I put it. Our wages in the region is one of the lowest. Our cost of living is one of the highest in the region. And we are saying that for us to turn this around, one of the things that we're going to do as a government is to reduce the VAT from 16% to 13%. And you want to know what impact that's going to have on you. Now, in basic economics, one of the things that we know is that if you want to contract an economy, you increase taxes. If you want to stimulate the economy, you reduce taxes, you remove taxes. And that is what we're saying, that when we reduce the tax from 16% to 13%, it's going to give us as consumers greater spending power. Right? We can stretch our dollars further than with that high tax. And we are saying, folks, we have been asking you since the very last general election. We put that plan to you. We want you to give it serious consideration now, because things are getting even worse than then. So we're looking at that. We as a party also know what it is like when it comes to the time when our children have to be going to write CXC exams. When they have to go to do that, parents really wanting their children to go and do their exams in as much subjects as they can find it very difficult to meet that cost. And as a party and as a government in office, we are saying that that particular cost will be paid for all children who will be writing CXC from the government. And that is something that we should really, really cherish. We should go for that. Right? We should go for that. So folks, I just want to touch on those main areas because I think they're critical. While we have a regime that is not concerned so much about people, we are saying that the new Democratic Party as government will be taking care of all our people. There are those people who are trying to instill fear in you and saying that we will do this, we'll cut that, we will reduce that. That is far from the truth. And let me let you know that when you go on the 27th, which is Thursday, and cast your X for the key, no one is going to know that. So don't make the fear you bring any fear in you, making you think that they will know how you vote, because it is a secret ballot. So go and vote confidently for the key, for Teach, for Andrew John. Remember, when you reach, vote Teach. Good night.
Thank you, Brother Noel. DJ is supposed to be giving me when I reach for Teach, you know. Loop it, give me. Alright, thank you, Brother Noel. We keeping it local for the time. Alright, DJ, go down a bit. We keeping it local for the time. We're gonna invite a past representative who have served the people of South Windward well. He's here and he's going to say some few words to us. And obviously, I know he's gonna endorse Andrew Teach John. Inviting, let me say Honorable Bonnie Williams to address us tonight. Button. Put your hands together and welcome him.
Thank you, Bert. Good night to all of you. God is good. Indeed. I want you to join me. Where is I am not my own. Come on, let me hear you. I am not my own. I belong to Jesus. I am not my own. I belong to him. I am not my own. I belong to Jesus. I belong to Jesus. I am not my own. Now, I want you to understand clearly the purpose for that song. Because the times in which we are living are serious times. And we cannot accomplish anything unless we place our hands in the hands of Jesus. I am saying that also because you know that this government came to power on the back of iniquity. And we as a people have to understand that we could only get rid of evil by choosing good. That is why I'm here tonight to remind you. I am here tonight to remind you to choose good over evil. Choose good over evil. Now, you know some of those young people here too young to know. And so, please indulge me for a couple of moments. Let me remind you. Let me remind you who do not know where the New Democratic Party has served you in the past with dignity. The New Democratic Party has always been a party that looks after the people of this country. Not about themselves and their friends and things. The New Democratic Party has always focused on the people. Now let me tell you something. I went down to Diamond today visiting. And I have to tell you this. I went down to Diamond today visiting. And the people in Diamond are telling me that the Labour Party come down there and is telling them that they bought the estate and give it to them. Lie! Lie! The Labour Party has been telling so many lies in this country, and the young people who don't know, believing them. But let me tell you something. The Bible says that a liar is a thief and a murderer. You hear me? And you know what the scripture says about liars? He said they are of their father the devil, because he was a liar from the beginning. Them fellas, they are of the devil. But let me tell you the truth. I want you to understand the truth which I am telling you, because I am a witness and a participant in those facts. Okay? Sir James acquired the Diamond Estate along with the Lauder's Estate in his first government in 1974. Well, it went 72 to 74. Huh? What does you know what happened? When the Labour Party came back to power in 74, they nyam out all the cattle that was down there. Huh? That is what they did. Huh? I'm not asking you. I'm telling you because I was there. I was here. Huh? Arthur Williams used to bring his company up here and take away all the cattle and tell them go share them up with their friends. Huh? But you have to understand that although James Mitchell acquired the estate, and I'm going to tell you about the rest too. Way back in 72, 74, it was I, Burton Williams, as representative for Southwind, who started to distribute that estate to the people in 1984. Huh? The people. So I want the people in Diamond to understand that when the Labour Party tell them, when the Labour Party is telling them that they gave them land, they have not given a scrap of land in Diamond to anybody. Huh? Louis is the first one went on the land. Louis Benjamin, that very first house that built on the land. But let me tell you all something. Don't believe the lies which you heard they're telling you about we going to take this. We have never taken. We have always given to the people. That is what your party, the New Democratic Party, is known for. It is known for taking care of the people's needs. When I came here in 84, that road, Bonham Road, was pure lavender grass in the middle of the road. Not even a donkey could have gone down there. Huh? In 1984, A donkey could not even go down on Bonham Road. And I fixed it from top to bottom. And it took them. Boy, I tell you something. Don't believe this Labour Party, man. They're wicked. After I built Bonham Road, I want you to understand this. After I built Bonham Road, it took them 25 years to start to fix it. Wicked people. After 25 years, now they're trying to fix Bonham Road, which you, the people, built, because it is you. It was your vote which occasioned the construction of the Bonham Road. Not me. I was only... Now, how many houses there on Bobo? Huh? Well, let me tell you this. There was one house on Coco. And I, Papa Haywood, that's right. And I made sure that Papa Haywood got electricity in Coco. He alone was living on there. And on top of that, I gave Papa Haywood instructions. I said, Papa Haywood, you may he rest in peace. I said, you keep this road here clean and you come to the treasury every month and collect your check. Papa Haywood had a full-time job from the time he started cleaning the road until he did it. Why am I saying that? I am saying that to say this, that every one of you here tonight should understand that when the New Democratic Party makes a promise to you, it gives it. When the New Democratic Party makes a promise to you, the New Democratic Party keeps its promises to you. And all of you who have put your faith and trust in the New Democratic Party and is prepared to go out on Thursday morning early and vote for Teacher John, I want you to rest assured that the promises which have been made to you will be kept. The promises will be kept. Now, when
thing. One last thing. Well, I wish I had your own head to talk quiet. Huh? Now. That did not do not candidate compensating and you're reaching out for some bridge. Huh? But let me tell you all something. The New Democratic Party, let me tell you all. So when they talk about when she runs you out for bridge, she don't know nothing about. Let me tell you about North Windward. It is the New Democratic Party. The New Democratic Party whose fundamental pillar is to make this country a land-owning democracy. Sir James told this country far and wide, we are going to make this country a land-owning democracy. Not a hand-stretching democracy, not a hand-stretching dictatorship. What we have is a hand-stretching dictatorship here. Everybody has to stretch their hand begging for something from them. And it is not a democracy any longer. It is not a dictatorship. But under our principle, and listening to the Democratic Party is only getting better. Under the New Democratic Party, it is our desire to continue where we left off and make this country a land-owning democracy. Everybody, nowadays, a man can hardly buy a piece of land because they give away all the lands to foreigners. So, what we did, we acquired, well, we didn't acquire that. We didn't acquire that because the head that they were planning to acquire, the previous owners, they run and take it and sell it to a Danish company. Wait. What's your name? Theomena Sarnak? Chesterlands! The New Democratic Party bought that estate from the Danes, cut it up, and gave it to the people of North Windward. After they had slaved on it for years and had nothing to show for their neighbors. And on top of that, after we gave them the land, we built the road. We built the road from Ramaka to Fancy for them. We gave them the New Democratic Party gave them road, water, light, telephone. When the Labour Party had them on the estate, on the original estate, slaving for nothing. Huh? So when she's talking about bridge, I want her to understand what is the truth. Huh? Now, I want you, my dear people, have no fear. Don't let anybody frighten you. I want each one of you to go to the polls early Thursday morning and vote for Teacher John. Take everybody from your house who can vote, go to the polling station and vote early. 4, you know that your party, the Democratic Party, is the only party of the people in this country. The New Democratic Party will take care of you. People will look after you. And our leader, Dr. Friday, will lead this wilderness that they have been for the past 25 years, Dr. Friday and his team will take us to the promised land. God bless you. Good night. And continue to work for your family. Good night. Good night. Yes. Let's hear it for Bobby Williams. Reminding you, let's take another bit, Kennedy. Reminding you of the wonderful and the great things that the Democratic Party have done for the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and will do come November the 27th. Tonight we have several meetings. We have one in spring. But we have with us the representative for East Kingston, Brother Fitzpatrick, and he's heading to spring. So we want to let him know to address you people of South Windward and those of you following us on social media. Put your hands, hey, you see how you all the way up there and all the way down there? Come a little closer. Let's welcome Brother from the East, Brother Fitzpatrick. Yes, Brother. Listen to this. That's so you want that change. You want more that change. Yeah. So say here the government mess up. But we know they mess up. Alright, DJ. Alright, thank you. South Windward. Canada, good night. You know, I was home today. I said, boy, I think I have to slow down for a little bit. But knowing me, I went home. I said, I'm going home to relax a little bit. But you know, I ain't relaxed up to now. Because that's just not me. But I said, I had to be here tonight to support my brethren, to support a man who is a member of a team that is not only going to change the government, but is going to revolutionize your lives and revolutionize this constituency. You hear enough talk about revolution and this revolution and that revolution. Well, clearly, they don't understand what a true revolution is, and we will show them. But, like my God, okay. I just want to, we are 3 days away from elections. 3 days away. And, hold on a second, please. Oh. Okay, well, I've just been informed that the next Prime Minister of this country has arrived. Our leader, my friend and brother, Dr. Friday, has arrived. So let's all up for the next Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let's all South Windward. Let's all South Windward. DJ, hear that sound, DJ. That will be Friday. We want to worry that will be Friday. They want to start singing. Alright. Look at the love. Look at the love, man. That's right, Carmen. Let's hear it. Dr. Friday at the house. Let's hear it. The next Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Let me hear for that. Let me hear for that. I'm telling you, this is a man, this is a man who I have known for a substantive part of my life, a substantial part of my life. We attended the same secondary school in Beckwith. He captained me in football and cricket in secondary school, and then he came back to Beckwith after going to the grammar school and doing his A-levels. He came back and he taught me in Form 5. So I know him very well. He's a mentor, he's a friend, he's a brother, he's a leader, and most importantly, he will be our Prime Minister in a few days. But Calder, I want to say to you, well, let me hold on. Come on, let me show that me love. I am not in a hurry. So show him the love. Huh? What is sound engineer? You want this sound engineer? Who set up the man? Sound engineer come from the elevator sound. The Santos. What is sound engineer? Play the sound engineer. Don't worry about that. This is a nice vibes. Nice vibes. Come back. All right. Now that's it. For the next Prime Minister of Central the Philippines. That's right. Yes. You know. One, two. You know, I live right next to the intermediate high school. So every time I come outside, all the children of them, the only thing they want is a t-shirt with Dr. Friday. One of the young students today, I think she was in Form 4 or 5. She came up to me, she said, Bamble, I went to the rock. We're going on. Alright, we started it out. Don't worry. Huh? Day is going to be the most important election in a generation. And I want you to understand something, South Windward and Calder. I know we have been involved, several persons met me and they say, boy, Bamble, I wish this campaign could go on forever. The vibes, and it's like everybody is having such a good time. And you know why that is happening? Because as the good book says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is about to come. Joy is about to come on a particular morning later this week. And which morning is that? Friday! Friday. So, amidst all the camaraderie and the vibes and the enjoyment, I want to encourage everybody here. None of all of this, if that makes sense. Let me go back to my proper English. None of this is going to matter if we stay home on Thursday. You have to come out on Thursday, November the 27th, and vote with a vengeance. Because what we are voting for is a change in the direction in which this country has been going for the last 25 years. Can you imagine, just tonight, before I came here, I went to visit a constituent. I just call him the philosopher. And he said to me, he said, Bramble, can you imagine Ralph and them, after 25 years, them coming to tell us what they will do? He says, like, if I'm making sugar cake for 25 years, and after 25 years, I still can't get it right, how am I going to come and convince you to buy my sugar cake? You understand? So the point is that this government has failed us. Never in the history of this country have we seen so many young people on the streets with nothing to do. And I can tell you firsthand, because I am among them every day in my constituency. It is too hard in this country just to get by. Too hard in St. Vincent and the Grenadines just to get by. People are going to the supermarkets fearful and afraid of being embarrassed because they may have to return some of the items to the shelves. The cost of living in this country has hit an unprecedented high level. Never before in the history of our country have we had our items so expensive. And a big part of the reason is because of the failure of Ralph Gonsalves and the Unity Labour Party to manage our economy. What they have done is that they have brought our country to a state of economic crisis. A government who's been in office for 25 years is bragging and telling you that they have the highest number of people on poor relief, and you bragging about that? The New Democratic Party, we are telling you to ease the pain and to stop the bleeding in the first 60 days. We are going to double the public assistance or the poor relief. Why? Because what they're getting now can't even begin to scratch the surface for you to make ends meet. Now, you may ask, well, you're doubling the poor relief? But not only are we going to double it, but we are going to create opportunities. We are going to create more and better paying jobs so that people who want poor relief and who can work and who want to work, they don't have to stay on poor relief. They can choose to come off of poor relief, get a job, and make way more money than they're making on poor relief. That is the vision that the New Democratic Party has. That is the vision that Dr. Friday has and has been pointing out all along. We are going to reduce the VAT. Listen, when we talk about VAT, and I want you to pay attention real carefully, because in 3 days' time, you have to make a decision. You have to make an important decision. And when you're going to make that decision on Thursday, the one question I want you to answer and to ask yourself when you pick up the pencil and you're going to make the X, because they have been able, the Unity Labour Party and Ralph Gonsalves, they have been able to increase the level of unemployment in this country to a level that we have never seen before. So on Thursday morning when you go to vote, you're voting against that. You're voting against the high and unacceptable levels of unemployment that Ralph Gonsalves and the Unity Labour Party have engineered in this country. When you go to the polls on Thursday morning, you're voting against the Unity Labour Party and Ralph Gonsalves for the high level of poverty that they have created in this country. And they could preach Paul. They could talk all kind of things about citizenship and this and that and who ain't buying house in Trinidad. The facts are that they have been able to raise the level of poverty in this country to a level that we have never seen before. Never seen before. And I am telling you, I am putting it to you, and I am asking you kindly and humbly on Thursday morning when you go to vote, remind yourselves of those things. Look at the condition of the roads. Look at the condition of the roads here. You cannot vote for the Unity Labour Party and Ralph Gonsalves. Don't make the come and bamboozle you. Don't make the come and mama guy you and tell you about they're going to fix road. They had 25 years to do it. 25 years to do it, and they refused to do it, and they proved that they have been incapable of doing it. They just don't have a clue when it comes to economic management of this country. They have no clue. Ask them. They're talking about this prime program and how they're giving out money for young people to start businesses. Nonsense. Ask them to give you a report on the prime program, which started in 2020. Ask them how many new businesses were created under the prime program. How many persons, young and not so young, were able to get a job under the prime program. Ask them how has the prime program contributed to the development, the economic development of this country. They can't tell you. Because even before you get to that, the whole prime program, which is a good program, don't get me wrong, the concept is good, but the implementation is bad. You know why? Because Ralph and Camelo and the Unity Labour Party, they had no clue. They had absolutely no clue what the prime program should have entailed and how it should have been implemented. So I am saying to you that they have managed to bring this country's economy to its knees. And that is why Dr. Friday, Teach John, and the New Democratic Party, we are saying to you that we have to stop the bleeding first. We have to stop the bleeding. So that 60-day plan that Dr. Friday outlined, that is the intention. To stop the bleeding, cut VAT, double poor relief, reinstate all the public servants, police, nurses, teachers who were fired by Ralph Gonsalves, wicked Ralph Gonsalves. And I don't like to talk about people like this, but I have no choice. How else can you categorize such an act? How else? And you know, the initial judgment in the law courts indicated that Ralph was wrong by implementing that vaccine mandate. But his ego would not allow him to accept the decision of the first court. Can you imagine that? His ego is more important than the lives of Vincentian public servants, teachers, policemen, and nurses. And he's coming and ask you for another 5 years. We will give him 5 years up in gas in retirement. 5 years up in gas in retirement. So, I want to say to you, the New Democratic Party is the only party with a plan for taking this country forward. When you have a government like the Unity Labour Party, been in government for 25 years, and their main strategy with their campaign is to criticize everything that the NDP propose. You should be able to campaign on your record. And they have not been able to do that because they have, the record that they have is one that is shameful to them. Cannot. Every proposal, every aspect of our plan that we present,
they try to find a problem with it. So I categorize them now as the party, the Unity Labour Party is the party which finds a problem for every solution. Do you want somebody like that and a party like that to continue managing the affairs of this country? I think not. I think not. So South Windward, Calder, I want to wrap up by reminding you again. We have outlined our plans. I mean, you go any part of this country and the smallest child could tell you the plans for the New Democratic Party. They may not be able to go into details. But if you mention 4 pillars, they know what you're talking about. If you talk about cutting VAT, they understand what it means. So on Thursday, we have a date with Destiny. All of this jumping up and down and getting the nice T-shirts and the horn to blow, and we catching we van to go to the rally because we want to make sure South Windward are more people than East Kingston. All of that is good. All of that is good. But what is most important is on Thursday, the 27th of November. You have to go out and vote. Vote solidly for Andrew John in South Windward. Vote solidly for the Key. Vote solidly for the New Democratic Party, because together we win. Together we win. And after Thursday, November the 27th, it will be Friday, Liberation Day. Thank you, Calder. Good night. God bless you. Yes, yes, let's hear it for our brother Fitz Bramble. And we thank him for gracing us with his presence here in South Windward. All right. Earlier we had the arrival of our leader. Election is Thursday. This Thursday, the 27th of November. And the next day is what? After Thursday is what? That is a day, the Friday. People of South Windward, you know, we warm. And in Calder, put your hands together and welcome the next Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Put your hands together for the next Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. the Honorable Godwin Friday. Music, turn it up, he had to do a few dance. Turn it up.
Let's get together and feel alright.
Hear the children crying.
One love.
Hear the children crying.
One heart.
Saying,
Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright.
saying,
Let's get together and feel alright.
Song engineer, please, thanks.
let them all pass all their dirty remarks.
One love.
There is one question
All right.
I'd really love to ask.
I haven't heard that song in a little while. And that's my team song, you know, normally. But of course, tonight, we are here in South Windward in Calder. And we are coming down to the end of the campaign. I am so happy to be here with my brother Andrew to show that we have absolute confidence and faith in him to bring this constituency home for the New Democratic Party. Everybody knows that Andrew, he works quietly but effectively. He came to be a representative because of the work he has already done in the constituency. This is not just come. This is a man whose influence has shaped many young people's minds here as a teacher, principal, as a community worker, as a man from this community, from this constituency. And he continues to provide service and offer himself at a different level to provide service for the people of South Windward and also to the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I know that his heart is in the right place, that he has what it takes to provide effective leadership because he knows the constituency. He knows the problems of every community. He knows where the opportunities are. He knows the people. You know, he is somebody who you can trust to understand what you are going through and at the same time to have the means and to also to have the commitment to do something about it. There are some people, you know, they know that things are wrong, but they couldn't be bothered to try to fix it. That is not Andrew John. He will be an effective representative in the parliament. You heard earlier Burton Williams, a former representative for this constituency, spoke about all the things that he accomplished when he was in office. And people still tell me, the other day we were in Yambu and walking about and they say, you see this road here, Burton built that. You see the one that Burton built that. And they look the same when Burton left. They ain't done nothing to them to fix them up. And, of course, with Andrew, he will add to that legacy and do more. I have no doubt about it. But, of course, for me, I have to be a little bit selfish too. Because as much as you, the people of South Windward, claim Andrew as your own and you want him to be a representative, I too, I want him to be part of my cabinet. I want him to be part of my government because he has some skills and attributes that I believe that can help to make my government an effective government for the people of this country. So, South Windward, I'm asking you, for yourselves, you know what's in your best interest. But I'm asking you also, for the interest of the country, to help Andrew John come Thursday to be an elected representative from this constituency so that he could continue the work of serving you and also serving the whole nation of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right. Now, I said at the outset that the election campaign is winding down. Today is Monday. We vote on Thursday. A few weeks ago, I was in Buckerman and a woman come up to me and she said, Friday, don't worry, you know, just now, election coming, a sleep and a week, and we're voting. Well, it has come true now. We reached that point. And we have, over the course of the campaign, brought to you with honesty, consistency, the plans of the New Democratic Party. You've heard them. Fitz outlined some of them here tonight. You've heard them from Andrew, his concern about the issues affecting this constituency, but also the larger concerns. The situation affecting those persons who were fired by the government on this vaccine mandate. He has been a champion in the cause of those workers to ensure that they get what is right and just when this New Democratic Party forms government. And that is to reinstate those workers that we have said, and we will do so once we form government. He has also talked about how
We are going to improve education in the country because he knows it from the inside out. He's been a teacher all his life. And for me, I want somebody who not just comes and talks as though this matter is some sort of intellectual exercise. I want somebody who feels it, who understands that every action that he takes will result in a benefit for people in his constituents and in the country. Somebody who has studied the issues and the problems confronting people, not sitting in an office and dreaming up things to do that have no connection whatsoever with the people who you're representing. I've said to my candidates for a very long time now, if you want to be true representatives of people, you can't stay in your home, you can't drive to in a car. You have to go amongst them, walk in the community, and find out what people want you to represent them about, not the other way around. And they have been doing so. I was just the other day, we were up in Langley Park with Siobhan, making sure that the people of that constituency in North Windward also understand the seriousness of the decision that we are making on Thursday. And this, what gives me heart, is that the people are aware of it. They are ready for it. Because, as I said in a recent meeting, this is the campaign that they have driven. Everywhere we have gone, and we've been on the rostrum, we've been campaigning from village to village, not just since the election was announced. We've been doing this for the past year, now more, because we wanted to make sure that we got into every village and everybody felt a part of the campaign, that everyone could hear the message of the New Democratic Party, because we know that when people hear our message, they embrace it because it makes sense. And I'll tell you some of the things that we have to look forward to under the Democratic Party government. First of all, one of the major complaints we hear from citizens all over the country is that life tough. Things are hard. Today, I met a woman, a young woman. She had several children. And she was talking to me and saying, you know, well, they're at home. And that gets me upset every time I have a conversation with somebody who says that. That the kids have to stay home because of some reason or another. And I said, well, why? I mean, that is not acceptable. And she said to me, Friday, what do you want me to do? They don't have a shoe. I have to decide which one can go today or tomorrow because you don't have money for bus fare, you don't have money for food. And she has to contact the school and say, listen, I can't afford to send a little money for the child to get food, put them on the school feeding program for me. This is what is happening in the country. So we know that the cost of living crisis that is crushing families, that is making it harder for people to make ends meet, that we are going to do something about it. We are going to reduce the VAT from 16% to 13%, and that puts money back in people's pockets. We have said, as they have done in other countries, and not just countries in the Caribbean, countries as far away as in North America, where they have recognized the hardship that people have confronted, that they try to do something about it. You know, governments should not just be simply saying, listen, we need more money for our business, for our affairs, for me to run things, and they're putting hand in people's pockets all the time and taking more out of it in taxes. Sometimes I have to say we have to give back to people, because after all, that is what government is there for. It is to serve people, not people to serve government. And when things are hard and you realize that we are in extraordinary conditions and people need a little extra from government, then you must respond. You can't just pretend that it's not happening. You can't ride around in your SUV with your windows tinted and rolled up and your foot down on the pedal and be totally oblivious to the concerns of the people. You can't be insulated in a bubble, separated from the concerns of everyday people, because you are somehow special. You are a minister, and you've been in power for 25 years, so you own the place, and everybody else living on your plantation. We had to change that. So what we have said is that we are going to reduce the VAT. Of course, it's going to mean initially less money for government. But it's not money that we're burning and throwing in the sea. It's money we're putting in your pockets. That is what it's about. You're not throwing it away. And the same thing when we see we're going to have VAT-free shopping days. Again, it's the same objective in mind. People preparing to go to school in September, you say the first Monday in August, you have a day you could go and shop to make things a little cheaper. So you could buy your shoes and your uniform for your children to go to school. And then at Christmas time, again, the first Monday in December, we're nice you up, you could go buy something a little extra. And you don't have to worry about not being able to pay for it when January comes around, because you have one VAT-free shopping day as well. It's not rocket science. It's done in other countries in the region by governments who understand the plight that the people are feeling. Not this one, who feel that they know everything. Because what? They've been in power for so long that only them and them, they're alone, they know what people want. They know what is best for everybody. And then nobody had to tell them anything. You know what? On Thursday, you have a chance to tell them loud and clear. You have a chance to tell them something. And we have to tell them, say, listen, when we elect you to be the government, it's not a government for yourself. Because some of the fellas there who are associated and very close to government, they are doing extremely well. I like to put it, I say they bread, butter on three sides. And what they're doing is they're getting fatter and richer. And everybody else is feeling the pressure. That is the reality of what's happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So what else we have to look forward to? On an Ndp government, we have said that for those persons who are on poor relief, you know, you have $250 a month, never adjusted for inflation over the course of time. What can you do with it? Of course, they take it because they have nothing else. But we recognize the hardship that they're living in, and we say, we will double that. That's $250 double to $500. The other day we said for persons who have a newborn baby, you know, very often it's single mothers, that you pay you you give you $100 so that you could welcome our newest citizens into this country and give them a little chance to have a good start. Some people try and ridicule that in the coarsest language you could ever imagine. But what we have said is it makes sense and it matters to those people who are going to benefit from it. And they talk about costs where Friday getting money from. They had a cricket tournament the other day they called the Emancipation Cricket Tournament. This program that we're going to introduce costs less annually than it cost them to host that stupid tournament that they did. And all they wanted to do was demonstrate they could run cricket better than Kishore Shallow. Nonsense. All it means, it's not about finding the money. It's about putting it in the right place. I said it a long time ago. As government, when people are suffering, you put the money where the pain is. You don't just put it where you feel it makes you look good. You have to put it where it actually does some good. And that is what we intend to do in government. So we have to look forward to. We have said to our public servants, listen, right now you have the top echelons of the public service. They get a duty-free concession to bring a vehicle in. People have told me, well, you know, the cost is high, the government has changed the rules and so forth, it's very expensive to get a vehicle. So what we have said is that for those persons in the public service who have served 10 years, it doesn't matter what category you're in. You have served 10 years to show our appreciation for your service, because it is service. It's not just that you get paid. For that, you have access to a concession where you get 50% off the importation of a vehicle for personal use. It's a one-time concession, but it will make a difference for those public servants to be able to purchase a vehicle and to buy a fairly new one. And at the same time, to show our appreciation for the work and the service that they've given. And then in that response, their response most likely, I believe, will be that they put out extra because they feel valued. They feel appreciated. It's just a normal human nature. Somebody values you, you give in return. And so it's not a loss to us in any way. It will boost their productivity and it will help us as a country to go forward. We have said as well, and this one I know time is running on, but I want to just tell people that on Thursday, this is what you're voting for. For those people in the schools, the young people, we have lots of initiatives that let the young people see that they have a government who considers their situation. 41% unemployed. People coming out of school better qualified than ever. By that I mean that they have more subjects than they ever had before, better grades, and they can't find a job. 2-3 years, they can't even find a part-time job in Kingston. And they feel alienated from the system, not valuing them. So we have said to our young people, those who are in secondary school, since the time of Barnum Eustace, it doesn't make sense to say that you have universal secondary education, you come to school all the way to Form 5, and then when you get to Form 5 and you want to write your subjects, you got to go around with a sponsor sheet to ask people to help you to pay for the subjects you want to write. We say no. The state, we say you go to school. It's a great value to our society that you have an education. When you come to the end of it, we will pay for you to write the subjects that your teachers say you're qualified to write. And that is for CSEC and for CAPE. But I go even further. What is happening now is you see the fees at community college and even in the secondary schools. Every year they're inching up. Today I look for somebody in a nursing program. They're charging you for exam papers, printing your own exam paper. You had to pay for them to write an exam. All kinds of fees are added on. And so now it becomes an obstacle where the cost of going to community college, for some people going into second year, they say they can't afford to do it because they have to come up with another $900 or $1,000 to pay for that. I am saying this, education in this country nowadays, cost should never be a factor in prohibiting people from getting an education in this country. So what we are going to do is all those fees, I am going to abolish them. And anyone who qualifies to go to community college, you go to college. This is an investment in our young people. And in secondary school, similarly, we pay for the subjects. I've said that already, since the time of Eustace. And we will do more because we want to facilitate. We don't have oil. We don't have gold. What we have, our greatest resource, is our people, the intellect of our people. And they're more productive when they're educated. So we want to make that possible for as many people. And they try to frighten you now. You know, they're telling the young people, oh, Friday somehow is going to affect the scholarships they have. That is such nonsense. My job is to increase the number of scholarships available to students. Anybody who wants scholarship now has nothing to fear from an NDP government. In fact, we make them more secure. We will expand the range and the number of scholarships that are available. I will be working very hard to make sure that more opportunities are available to our young people. That's nothing to fear. So these are things that we have to look forward to. And we also will have a government that takes crime seriously. This present government, they say, you talk about the crisis that we have now with too much, with gun violence and the high number of homicides. And many people, including ourselves, we refer to it as a crisis because 3 years in a row, you had record numbers of homicides in this country. Record. Every year, one after the other, there's more and more people being killed by gun violence. The present government pays no attention to it because they say it's not a crisis. They define a crisis in such a way that nothing that happens under their government can be categorized as a crisis. You know? Because if you know it's happening, it's not a crisis. The point of the matter is, you will have a government that takes the problem seriously and will look for ways in which we can arrest the problem and make our communities safe again. And make it so that our young people don't destroy themselves, you know, one another through gun violence. That they have positive expectations about the future. That they feel good about themselves and about their country. That they have hope in the future of this country. And when you do that, you are more motivated to do positive rather than negative things. And this is what we are going to do. Now, it all comes together. It comes to a head on Thursday. On Thursday, we have a date with destiny. We have a chance to embrace the policies that the New Democratic Party has outlined over the course of the campaign and beyond that. We have a chance to say we have a government that listens. What we say here today and tomorrow is not the end of our quest to try to make life better for the people in this country. The day we are in office, we discover something better that we can do, we will do it. Because it elevates our country. It provides a better living standard for the people. It provides hope for our young people. It provides more security for our elderly people in the years, their declining years. This is the country that we want to build. And it is possible. We shouldn't set our expectations based on the failures of the present government. We should set them based on our own intrinsic value of ourselves and in our own capability to make our lives better. We know that that is possible. If it is possible, then we ask ourselves, how do we achieve it? And the first obstacle we must overcome is Thursday when we go into the polling station and vote. The little pencil that they give you is a powerful weapon against ignorance. It's a powerful weapon against arrogance in government. It's a powerful weapon against neglect. It's a powerful weapon against those who feel that we live in their plantation and must do what they want. It is a powerful weapon to remind politicians of who the real bosses in the country are, which is you, the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Some people like to call themselves world boss. Well, they are so until they confront the real boss, which is the people here, which you will do come Thursday. So I urge you, the people in this community, the people who are listening beyond this place to my voice, that on Thursday we have this very momentous decision to make. It determines not just the next 5 years. Believe you me, it's not an election for just the next 5 years. We are at a crossroads in this country. It is an election that's going to affect us for a generation to come. So let's summon up the courage and do what we know this country calls upon us to do. Everywhere I go, people say that we need change. Well, change will not come until we change things. We have to be the agents of the change. And we have the means to do so come Thursday. And after Thursday, all right. So we vote on Thursday, and then it's Friday. And we know Friday is, Tabit said, he says a holiday. Friday is payday. So, my dear people, we have used the slogan in our campaign, Together We Win. And we don't put that lightly. Because what we win, we work together to do it. We all have to put our votes together, put our hopes together, our dreams together, all our disappointments with the present government, and bring them together with our hopes, our plans, and the fabulous team that we have put together here, including your candidate, Andrew John. Let's put them all together and create an irresistible force that will sweep this present government out of office and usher in a new dawn in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All of this is possible on Thursday. Let's take the opportunity and make it happen. And together, all right, thank you, David.
Agent, the song engineer, please, please. Song engineer, the Santos. Could you come to the stage for me, please? Thanks. Let's hear it for your next Prime Minister, Dr. Friday. Song engineer, please, and we need some up on the monitors. Alright, while we're trying to get the adjustment, and before, alright, go down on the DJ and come up on the mic. Go down on the music, come up on the mic. Alright, you see that Friday? On Friday, when we celebrating, it's the same Friday when we celebrating. Before I bring in next speaker, I just want to quickly say to you something important, because we have heard over and over that we have the Argyle International Airport, and Dr. Friday spoke to the issue that we must generate income. How many of you have gained a better life due to the construction? Importantly, How many of you own restaurants or anything in that airport? I was traveling. I went upstairs. I said, I'm not buying from the family restaurant. So I go to the next one, and they tell me it's the same owner. And I go to the third one, and it's the same owner. One family and associates own the restaurants upstairs, AIA. And hear this. I have to ask a question. So you must ask them if it's a fact that they were not paying rent for the restaurants upstairs in the area. Ask them nicely, were you paying the rent for the restaurants upstairs the AIA? And if not, is it a fact that debt forgiveness, waiver of outstanding fees, whatever you want to use nice term, were given so that they did not have to pay all the rent? I asking. I know the answer, but you must ask them. And on November the 27th, we have to put an end from one family getting fatter and richer, while the people of St. Vincent and Grenadines continue to suffer. We have to put an end to nepotism and corruption. And one person, when he came to government, he shared land to everybody. He ensured that St. Vincent and the Grenadines develop. And that's why we still have with us his daughter, Sister Louise Mitchell, and we're going to invite her. People of South Windward, put your hands together and welcome her to address you.
Good night to the former representative of South Windward, Burton Williams. And good night to the next representative of South Windward, Mr. Andrew Teach John. Good night to all the people of Calder here tonight, and good night to the whole of South Windward. On November the 27th, when the numbers start rolling in, is South Windward going to be part of the victory team? There's a wind of change sweeping through this country, and I want South Windward to be part of that change. As Dr. Friday has said, he wants Andrew John at the cabinet table with him. I'm relying on you, the people of South Windward, to make sure that he is on that team, that winning team. Andrew John is a man of your community. He has been a teacher. He is someone known to you. And he has taken time to think very clearly about what the people of South Windward want. That is why he has put together a plan for this community. He has pledged to you that he is going to put a bus stop at Calder Gap, at Stubbs Gap, and also at Cedars. He will make sure that you all are not waiting in the sun and rain for a van. He has noticed that for years, the fishers at Shipping Bay have been there day after day, sun and rain. The fishers are there selling fish, bringing up their boats with absolutely no facility. He has taken note of that, and he's made a pledge to the fishers to ensure that they will have proper facilities. Andrew Teach John is a man who is going to look after every member of this constituency. Unlike your present representative, he is not going to just be looking after his friends and his family. He is going to represent every member of this community. Whether you are NDP, ULP, he will look after this community because he's a man of the people. And unlike the world boss and the way those leaders look at themselves, Andrew Teach John sees himself not as a boss, even if you elect him as your representative, he will be a servant of the people. And that is why tonight I am proud to be here to endorse him as your next representative. The present Prime Minister wants to be the leader of this country for eternity. He doesn't even want to hand over to anybody in his party. That is why we call him a dictator, because he pledged to have some succession plans. And when he realized that nobody wanted his son to take over, he canceled the election. And even in this election that we have here, he does not want to see the will of the people done. So he tried to challenge Fitz and Dr. Friday. But we know that on election day, that you, the people, are going to tell him and show him that you are the ones with the power. You are the ones who will decide who will represent you. You will put people there and you will remove them. That is the power that you have. The New Democratic Party is the only party with a plan for the economy, with a plan to make sure that you have a better life. We will ensure that you have better paying jobs, and we will ensure that your communities have activities and that life will come back to the community. This community has so much to offer. You have such a rich history. Your Indian history, your African history. There's so much that is here, but this community has been neglected, and the life in the community has just fizzled away over the years. You do not have active community centers or places where you can gather. Under Andrew Teach John, he will ensure that life and community spirit comes back to Calder. The Unity Labour Party does not want to present their plans to you because they have no plans. And in fact, they've been there so long, they don't think that they have to present plans to you anymore. They feel they're now just entitled to it. But the NDP, we trust and we respect the people. So we have laid out carefully the plans that we have to make sure that your lives improve under the New Democratic Party. So on November the 27th, we are hoping that you are going to join this winning team. And if you look around tonight, you will see the members of the team here. You will see Neptune, Fitz has been here, Dr. Friday, our leader, has come through. The type of togetherness that this team has, that just goes to show that this is not a one-man show. Dr. Friday is an incredible leader, and one of the reasons is that he empowers the people around him. So you know that your representative, when you elect him, that he is going to have the authority to deliver for the people of South Windward. So on election day, which is very soon, I also want to remind each and every one of you that your vote is absolutely secret. There's no way anyone can know who you voted for. So go out and vote for a better life for you, for your children, and for your future, because you know that the New Democratic Party was there for you in the past, and this new team is going to ensure that there's real transformation in this community and throughout St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Andrew Teach John, I want to invite you on the stage with me, because Andrew John, I want you in my presence here tonight. I want you to pledge never to become boastful, never to become too proud, never to become unreachable by your community. I want you to pledge that when the people of this community support you, that you will always listen to them, that you will always serve them, that you will never become too boastful for the people here. All right? Do you promise to be the servant of South Windward, Andrew Teach John?
I do. Sound like you're proposing. But I honestly do plan to serve my people as I've been doing for the past how many years. That's my pledge.
And it is for that reason that I am endorsing Andrew Teach John as your next representative. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's say for Sister Louise. We continue still again. Page any song in it, engineer, please. We need you. If you could report to the system. All right, so we continue on. We staying local. We're going local. There's a young man who has been tremendous in his presentation throughout the campaign and before. You know him, he's one of us from Stubbs. And importantly, he did a piece analyzing the election and saying clearly why Andrew Teach John is going to be the next representative for South Windward. There is no doubt about it. And hey, do not worry with the people and with their scared tactics. A lot of them have no influence. And come Friday morning, it will be Friday. So don't worry. Put your hands together and welcome Jamili John to address you, a young man of great talent.
Good night, Calder. And good night, South Windward. Now, I was in Oya on Saturday night, and I spoke there. But tonight, I'm going to be talking to you in a conversational kind of way. Because I have been making my own observations about this constituency. And there is a thinking that this constituency belongs to the Unity Labour Party. And that thinking has caused them to neglect the constituency. They have told themselves that they don't have to do any work in this constituency in order to win this constituency. And so when I do my research, I see that the last time the New Democratic Party won this constituency was in 1989. It was actually Burton Williams who was the representative back in 89. Now I just want to say that in 89 I was not even born yet. Yeah. I was born in 91. So when Burton came up here and talked about what happened in 72 to 74, I don't have any idea what he's talking about. Because all them times there, I ain't born yet. But for the time that I have been around, I move around this constituency in particular in the last 15 years. And I see that this constituency, the signs of neglect, you can find them in every corner of this constituency. Even in places like Bayabu, that they say is a stronghold for them. It was not until very recently that you see they go and try to dig up the road in Bayabu, from opposite the Bayabu playing field, up to the community center and back down to the bridge. And they down there now walking their night, trying to patch a road just before election. Even the Bible playing field is in a state of disrepair. You move away from there and you go to Simon. The roads in Simon was so bad that the people had to protest the condition of the road. People came out with placards begging for their roads to be fixed. And when you elect somebody to represent you, and you have to beg them to do your work, that is a clear sign and a clear indication that it is time for them to go. You move from there, and you come up in these parts. You have this road here in Bonham. The road in Bonham got so bad that I stopped using it. When I drive in, I just take Bonham out of my mind altogether. And now they're running at the last minute, trying to fix Bonham Road. And you can see that they can't finish this road before Thursday. They can't finish it before Thursday. And one of the things that I have always been concerned about, because I have noticed their behavior in times past. In the last election, they had started doing repairs on Calder Road, that's bottom Calder. And the day after election, they just drop everything and go about the business. So I don't even know if, and I say if, but then I win. You could very well find they just drop this and go about the business. Same thing you will notice up Acres. At the last minute, they gone up there trying to do road walk in Acres, trying to widen the road and do this and do that. And they will not finish that before election. And so one of the things that you have to ask yourself is if this is the quality of representation that you are satisfied with in this constituency. Down where I live in Argyle. And there is a bridge on the Argyle Old Road. Everybody here should know the bridge. That bridge was supposed to be a temporary bridge. And the bridge has been there temporary for more than 8 years. We who live in the area have been pointing out that the bridge is beginning to fall apart. And we have been calling on our representative to pay attention to the bridge. And of course, all of our pleading fell on deaf ears. Until the day came, they were probably passed around there and realized that the bridge is in such a poor state. If you continue using it, the bridge could probably drop in with somebody. But instead of mobilizing to get that bridge replaced, they came and they dropped boulders on both sides of the bridge. They put up a sign and say road closed, and that was that. And so when I leave my house, if I want to go on the countryside, I have to leave from where they and beat back to Stubbs to go back wrong so. So I like when I leave Oria, what o'clock Saturday? Well, Sunday morning. Reach Argyle, have to come beat back wrong Stubbs to go back to where I live. You understand? That road closed. Down where I live, the Warraku Recreational Park. There was a time when I used to go down there with my family and my friends to take a swim. But if I get up on a Sunday morning and say I want to go to the beach, I can't even go down there anymore. Because the condition of that pond is no longer fit for anybody to use, whether with your family, your children, your friends. So you have to just leave that out of the equation altogether and reach as far as Villa if you want to get a sea bath. You look at the Stubbs police station. The Stubbs police station, they have it closed down now for years, moving from place to place in people rent house. And I listen to what the other candidate is saying in terms of his plans and proposals and so on. And one of the things that he said is that they are going to build a 3-story police station in Stubbs. Now I said to myself, you can't maintain a 1-story police station. Is 3 you're going to build? You can't maintain a 1-story police station. Is a 3-story police station you're going to build? And I have had the unfortunate experience of trying to go to the Stubbs police station to make a report. And I went there saying to myself, I expect the officer in the station to tell me they don't have no transport. So I say, I go tell them, use my vehicle. I reach at the Stubbs police station. I go inside to make my report. And the officer is to tell me that the short staff right now, he the only person in the station and he can't leave from there right now. Up to now, and his years now, I never get a phone call. He never come by me. And that was the end of that. And that is a serious problem when we have observed a rise in crime in this constituency, in particular in communities like Diamond. But we don't even have a police station, a proper police station in the Stubbs area. And he is coming to tell us that we must give him 5 more years to build a police station in Stubbs. Doing nothing for the last 15 years. I look at the athletic stadium in Diamond. And in the last election, I remember they tried to hurry down the stadium. Well, let me say track. They tried to hurry down the track and they had it big in the campaign. Oh, we delivering an athletic track. You notice in this election here, you don't really hear much about that track. They don't really talk about it, you know. They might squeeze it in between, but they don't really talk about it anymore. When that track opened, they did not even have a toilet at the track. I used to go down there to do my little exercise. And if I want to pee, I have to go in the bush to pee. I'm telling you. And over 5 years have gone by. And the track still ain't finished yet. You go down there, and it almost look the same how it looked 5 years ago. All they do is just put a cover over the seat, and that was that. So, I am looking around my constituency, looking at the condition of the road and the important facilities that are supposed to serve us. When we had nomination day, I went with Andrew to Bible Police Station. And because I don't really have no reason to go to Bible Police Station, it was the first time I was actually going into Bible Police Station. From the time I break the gate, the grass in the yard reached up as high as my knee. The guys and the money for the car weed can cut the grass in the Bible Police Station. And then you go inside and you look at the state of the ceiling in the Bible Police Station. And you see how they have the windows and them chuck up. And I'm saying to myself, even basic maintenance, these guys don't do. Well, I get into the clinic. Because I listened to them outline the plans for the constituency. And let me tell you what they said they're going to do. They're going to resurface called the school hard court. Now you tell me, you have a representative in this constituency who has been here for 15 years. And you coming in the heart of an election season to tell us that you're going to resurface hard court? They say they're going to relocate the clinic in Calder because they're too far. Now when you think about it, and you talk about clinic, location it is something that is very subjective. The people who are in Top Calder and who are in Acres and so on will tell you that it is a good location for the clinic. You don't just go and lift up money and go spend money and waste money just so, without doing any sort of investigation or proper research and having consultation with the people. They say they are going to resurface the road that leads to Calder Ridge. If you follow this road, bottom road, and you go around, it will eventually lead to the road that leads to Calder Ridge. When last any of you drive that road? That road leading to Calder Ridge has been bad since I small. It has been bad since I small. And the guys and them coming now to say, vote for them. They will resurface the road between just below Calder School that lead into Calder Ridge. And you know the reason for that? The reason for that is because they look at South Windward and they figure, I done win. So we don't have to do nothing. And election come, election go. Lazy Gustus in has a stroke. And now they come and bring in this one, Darren. And I said it before and I will say it again. Darren is not new to this constituency. He has been here all along. Doing what? Doing absolutely nothing. And he think because he's young, he will get votes. And that is not how politics work. That is not how representation works. And he has to know that. Finally, I want to talk about that road up there in Top Calder. Because they resurfaced that road. It took them more than 3 years to resurface that road in Top Calder. And you know what burned me? What burned me is that that road was, they come and they dig it up. And they leave the road they dig up for over 3 years. And then I hear the shout that the president of India coming to St. Vincent. And almost overnight, the guys and them resurfaced the whole road. And I just saying to myself, well, imagine this. This man here coming here for a day. And they go and they resurface the road so that he not have to drive and pothole. And as he don't drive, he jump back on the plane and he go about his business. But we who live here and who have to use the road every day, they never considered it important for them to do it as a matter of urgency for us who live here. And when they're done, they rename it, and that was that. No other road work ain't do on this Calder Road from since that time until now. And so I want you to understand, South Windward. When you go to the polls on Thursday, you are voting to select somebody to represent you in your constituency, in your community. So the people them in Yambu who need river defense, listen, there's so much work for us to do in this constituency. There is so much work to do in this constituency. And I am telling you tonight, we need to put somebody there who is going to represent us properly, who is going to ensure that the quality of our lives is improved. And I am standing on the stage here tonight to endorse Andrew Teach John, a man who has faithfully served this community. And I know that when he goes there, he will continue to represent and give us quality representation. And I just want to remind you of what Barton Williams said earlier tonight. Because you know that the New Democratic Party has a strong record of delivering quality representation in this constituency. But from the time since Barton leave, it has just been nonsense in this constituency, and it is time for us to make a change in South Windward. And so I will be voting for Andrew John, and I encourage all of you to vote for Andrew John, and let us get good quality representation in South Windward. Thank you very much, Calder. Thank you very much, South Windward. Let us go, because together
Get rid of them.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's hear it for Jamali John. And here, the New Democratic Party, for those of you who are in OWIA or listen online, full of young, talented, educated people. So we know we have succession and we know the party will continue to serve the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Not like the other side where they have, what Kishan call them? I can't remember. The what? Some would see. Anyhow, we're not discussing them tonight because Thursday the 27th, remember, whether it's sun, whether it's rain, whether it's snow, stay in the line, walk with your umbrella, walk with your folding chair if you need. Stay in the line, go early. Every vote counts. Let me repeat that. Don't say, Andrew don't win, New Democratic Party don't win. You know what? Let me go back home. No. Each and every one of you. And you know, in fact, don't go to the polls alone. Go in 3s and 4s and 5. And somebody said 10 of you. Go together, keep one another company. The time gonna pass fast. And mark your X for the key. In South Windward, when you reach, vote teach. In Western George, when you reach, it's Brother Cupid. And Brother Cupid is going to do well in Western George. In fact, we're taking all. Let me just take all. Because the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines need a change. Put your hands together, South Windward, and welcome to bring to you greetings from the West, St. George, Brother Cupid.
Max. Oh, give me the shoot, Max. Hype it up. I leave it on me hat tonight, eh? Better future. How we voting? How we want? NDP. Good night, my NDP family. Good night. Now, I had to keep on my hat this evening because the winds of change are blowing in Calder this evening. And I know each and every one of us could feel that breeze that's coming from the eastern side of the country. And it's blowing from east to west and north to south. So this evening I'm here briefly to bring greetings to you. And I am so excited to be here in support of my colleague and my brother, Andrew Teach John. Because I know come November the 27th, Andrew will be teaching the other John a lesson. Let me just say good evening. Well, I think Dr. Friday would have left. To my other esteemed colleagues, my sister Louise Mitchell, and other candidates. South Windward, you have been neglected for far too long. Just like West St. George, Andrew and I, we have a lot in common. First of all, we believe in representational politics. We believe in self-sacrificing for our people, which means putting our people first, putting people before our own self-interest. And that is what the New Democratic Party is all about, serving the people. And I know my other colleagues here tonight can attest to that fact. Now, Andrew, I know chose politics to serve the people. And from his teaching experience too, he has been given the community and the constituency of South Windward, and by extension, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, valuable service. And this is a man of impeccable character too, which is very fundamental and important to be successful in politics. So this evening, I just want to endorse my brother. Come on, come, give me a hug, man. Yeah, man, this man is my big brother. If you notice, we're similar size, eh? So he could borrow my clothes sometimes too. Now, in order for change to be a success, you the people of South Windward and St. Vincent and the Grenadines need to go to the polls and vote overwhelmingly for the New Democratic Party. Now, as I said, Andrew chose politics for a specific purpose. And I am so elated to be a member of the New Democratic Party team and also have Andrew as my colleague, or running mate, as they would say. Now, in West St. George, I heard Jamali mention about the poor roads in the constituency. And let me just reflect a little bit. I saw the Honorable Burton Williams here a short while ago too. I don't know about my history when it comes to politics that much in South Windward, but if I could recall, he was the last representative of the New Democratic Party to actually represent South Windward. So we want to thank him personally for his sacrifices for the people of South Windward. And I know, along with you, we know that Andrew will represent you with the utmost, fullest potential and represent you with class and dignity. You have no worries about that. So come November 27th, I encourage you, my people, to go in your numbers and vote overwhelmingly for proper representation, because that is what the New Democratic Party is all about. We are here to serve our people. It calls for sacrifices, and we are up for the challenge. So I want to say thank you, and may God bless you, because when Andrew wins, the people of South Windward wins. And when we win together, our entire country wins together. Good night. God bless.
Ndp stand up. All you come in. Yellow army. Yellow. Ndp we ready. Ndp we ready now. Ndp we ready. We move.
Yes, yellow is the code. Let's hear it for our brother from the West St. George, Brother Cupid. We're traveling, we're going up north. And those of you who grew up in Sunday school, like myself, I don't know about the young people nowadays, who don't know the story of David and Goliath. That's one of the things they teach you. And that is going to happen come November the 27th. Because it's the first time in long time a man campaigning heavy up there. Frightened because the youth's gonna take over, and on November the 27th, they say the jiggy boss, the man with the powerful message and all the energy. Put your hands together, South Windward, and welcome Brother Neptune.
Thank you, Bert.
Yellow army.
Yellow is the code.
Ndp we ready now. Ndp we ready.
Ndp.
Ready now. Ndp we ready. Ndp we ready now. Ndp we ready. We more than ready now. Let me see you.
Good night, Calder. Good night, South Windward. Good night, my Ndp family. Let me say a special good night to the man of the hour, my brother, Well, my big brother, my friend, and he's now my mentor. And listen to this. Last election, I was a candidate. And if I'm saying in this election that Andrew John is my mentor, that is a testament to who Andrew Teach John is as a man. Andrew John, good night. Now, Calder, South Windward, I want you to hear me. To the youths of Calder and South Windward, the ULP, with their leader, are asking you, the youths of Calder, to join them and go into the future with them. Now, to the youths, the man who wants to lead you into the future, he is 80 years old. Think about it. He is 80 years old. And he wants to lead our youths, even myself, into the future. Now, we have to ask ourselves, what type of future will that be? And I am saying it's a very dark, bleak, miserable future that could lead us to one place, and that's the burial ground. So I'm saying to the youth, join the new Democratic Party, the party that will represent the youths of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the party with the youths. It's only young people in the new Democratic Party. All of us watch Dr. Friday. All of us watch Dr. Friday. When the music starts, Dr. Friday, up and going. But when you watch the next man, he can't go. He just try a thing. But he did down there. He did down there because it's only down there he could go. To rest himself. It's resting along the resting. While Dr. Friday, in all his youth and energy, prancing on the stage. So I said to the youths, Dr. Friday, our leader, pledge to you the Youth Guarantee Pledge. That is to say, you either be learning, earning, or doing some sort of skill training. Listen, I must say this. So in 2023, when Dr. Friday pledged the Youth Guarantee Pledge, they had a lot to say on the other side. And in 2025, the Unity Labour Party introduced a program called Gates. It is the exact program, word for word, that Dr. Friday introduced to you, the youths of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In 2020, when we said to you, the people, the interest rate for the student loan is way too high for the guardian, the parents, even the student. It is too high for people. So we say we will cut it from 9% to 4.5%. They came and asked us, where you getting the money from? This is in 2020. My people of Kalna, in 2024, they came back and said, we have a bright plan for the people. And that plan was to reduce the interest loan, the student interest loan, from 9% to 4.5%. Listen, people. The Unity Labour Party, they are out of touch. They are visionless. They did their time, Calder. And now it is time for you to move into a brighter future. And that is the reason you, the people of Calder, should go out and vote for my brother, Andrew Teach John. So, I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to say this. To the yes workers, set program workers, the healthcare workers, the students in Taiwan, listen, the New Democratic Party, we said, and listen to me carefully, if we are saying to you, the people of Calna and South Windward and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, we will create more, but we didn't stay there. We will create more and better paying jobs. That is simply saying, we want the people of Calna, we want the people of South Windward, we want the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines to get more money in your pockets. So when they say we are going to fire people, just tell them the lie. A matter of fact, Dr. Friday said in your internship, if the company is paying you $600, a New Democratic Party government will match that. So you will not be getting 6, you will be getting 12. And if they're paying you 1,000, you're not getting 1,000, you're getting 2,000. Oh, they hear me? Carla, you hear me? My brother Jamali gave you all the reasons tonight that you should not vote that other John. Jamali gave you all the other reasons why you should not vote that other John. Who called Kenley name? Don't do that. But here's something. No. This is it, people. To my Ndp family from Calna, Bottom Road, Top Road, Bonham, Calna Ridge. My Ndp family who is here with me tonight. To the new voters in Calna, to the undecided voters in Calna, to my Labour friends, to the Labour supporters in Calna, the New Democratic Party and Andrew Teach John, we are not saying to throw away your family, your party. We ain't saying that. We are saying to you that this election is critical. We are saying to you to come out and vote for your future, your children's future. That is what we are saying. So we are saying to the Labour friends and supporters in Calder and South Windward, please give Andrew Teach John your support. Give the new Democratic Party your support, Calder. And listen to me. When you give him that support, because you want true representation, come back in the next 4+ years. And if Andrew T. John represented you and represented you well, then stay in the new Democratic Party government, because that is what you should be looking for in any political party. True representation, real representation, not just voting because my grandmother and my grandfather and this and that. Please, Calder, come. Come, Calder. Calder, come. Come, Calder. Join the new Democratic Party. Vote for your very own. Vote for my brother, now my mentor, Andrew Teach John. Listen to the new Democratic Party motto for this election. We didn't say NDP. We didn't say just we. We said you and you and you and you come out and vote, because together we win. We said the tent is large enough for you, the people of Calder, for you, the people of South Windward. Come out and vote for Teach, because together we win. Together, St. Vincent and the Grenadines win with the new Democratic Party. Teach is the man. Together, Teach is the man. Together, Calder. Teach love you. I love you. Thank you very much.
Savage Lion.
Yes, 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 a lot of fire. Let's hear it for Brother Neptune once more. Yes. Well, talking about representation, and Chieftain make a point that the people who represent you, you have to give them a chance. You have to give them a... You know what? I from East St. George. East St. George and South Windward have something in common. They don't see the representative at all for 4-5 years. In fact, in East St. George, most of the constituency only saw the outgoing representative when they put up the poster. That's the first time they see him for the whole 4.5 years when it's supposed to go. But we know in South Windward, a man who have been tested, who have gone through when it comes to teaching, sports, community, and he will continue that level of representation for the people of South Windward. Welcome your own. When you reach vote who? When you reach vote who? DJ, when you reach vote Teach, put your hands together and welcome your own. The next representative for South Windward, Andrew Teach John.
As you reach 40, reach, as you reach for teaching, as you reach,
As you reach.
as you reach for teach.
Yes, Mr. DJ. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good night. Good night to the people of Carla, Bonham, Rescue, wherever you are from in South Windward. Good night to you. Good night. Good night to my brothers who are here. Kishaka say, may I hear same size? Don't buy, you bigger than me. Good night to Chieftain. I think those are the two remaining persons here tonight. Good night to Chieftain. Oh, Philip. Yes, man, my neighbor Philip. I've known the Jackson family for a long time, even before Philip. And you know, I had to laugh with the jiggy man. You see, I look a little tired because I was following the jiggy man and trying to be jiggy. Because you say I'm his mentor. You know? So I jiggy out myself. But I am really happy to be here tonight. And I am pleased with the turnout that I see here tonight. It is sending a clear message. It is sending a clear message to them that we mean business and we want them out of here. We mean business. Let me tell you something. I listened to the youngster tonight, and I have been dealing with youngsters all my life, right? All my adult life I've been teaching, I've been working with young people. And I listened to Jamali tonight. And you know what Jamali did? He gave the record and legacy of the man who was representing you here for the past 15 years. You see all them roads he outlined that has not been fixed? That's the legacy of the man who you had representing you. Well, we had representing us because he represents me too. But the thing about it is that you must be able to come to the people and say to the people, this is what I have done during my tenure. When I tell people I was at a school, it doesn't matter to me which school. I must tell the people of the community, this is how I improve the standard of education for your children. But rather than come and outline to us what he has achieved over the 15 years for South Windward, he's trying to get personal with me. He's trying to accuse me of being a lazy principal. Now I don't know where they get this thing from of saying people are lazy. I think it's just a word, because if you want to see lazy, check out the man himself. What has he done to show people that he's willing? This morning, a gentleman came to my house. He came to visit. And you know why he came from Espan? He said, I am so upset that this man tried to pull you down as an educator. He said, you were a remarkable and outstanding educator, and I still am that. That's my legacy. You see, right here in Carla, there was a student right there. You don't even think she might want me to call her name. But while she was under my stewardship as principal of the Stubbs Government School, she placed second for the CPA examination right here from Carla. That is what you call legacy. Right? That's what you call legacy. As a teacher, at wherever school, you go and look for the record, and the man must go and look. He will see that when I come to a school, if they were doing good, they're going to do better. If they were doing bad, they have to change that. So when you see I come here and say to you, I want to represent Carla. I want to represent South Windward. You know why? Because we are not doing well under this present government. And I want to make it better. I am saying to you, if you give me a chance, with your help and your guidance, because the ideas must come from you. It's your community. We will uplift this place. We will make it better. And I want to outline something to you too. Because I'm really not going into infrastructure tonight, because the gentleman, Mr. John, did such a good job that I'm not going to tell you about the roads again. I'm not going to tell you about the neglect that we have had. But what I'm going to tell you about is the cost of living that we have to face every day in this very community of Carla. I believe I better call that guy to explain what I am talking about, because he seemed to know more than me what we are talking about. When we say how difficult it is to simply put a meal on our table to feed our children. When we say how difficult it is, people know what we are talking about. And you want to tell me that this government wants another 5 years to continue to suffer our people? We cannot risk that. We cannot risk giving them 5 more years to increase more taxes on us. We cannot give them 5 more years to ensure that every member of the party become millionaires while our people are getting poorer and poorer. And I want you in Carl and throughout South Windward to see who are the people coming and telling us and trying to offer us money to vote the government back. Open your eyes and see the people who are coming. They are millionaires. They are millionaires. But they want us to continue what is going on, so that they could do even better. They don't care about our children. They don't care about us. Well, let me tell you something. We are going to reject the idea of this government and the family of the people of this government continuing to enrich themselves while our people, the masses of us, continue to go deeper and deeper into poverty. We are going to reject that. So you see something on the 27th? You see on the 27th, and I say I'm making an appeal to you. I am making an appeal to you. Keep your head on the 27th of November. Call out your people then. Call out your forces. Call out your friends. Call out your family. Call out your neighbor. And say to them, let us go to the polls and vote resoundingly for Andrew Teach John and the NDP. Let me say that again. On the 27th of November, my people, it is an opportunity for us to change the way things are going in our country. This is our country. This is the land of my birth. And this land is my responsibility to help to build. It is your responsibility to help to build. Not sometimes for us, but for our children. For the children. And so when I see how this government treats the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I'll give you an example because sometimes we talk and we don't have things to back up our mouth. So I'm going to show you one thing that will back this up. I had a job working as an industrial relations officer. It just means that I was looking out for the welfare of teachers. And while we are looking out, I was looking out for these teachers' welfare. The COVID came on. Of course, we know the problems we had with COVID. And while other countries were saying to their people, get vaccinated, encouraging them and talking to them, our government, this government that we give the responsibility to lead us, decided that they were going to enforce the vaccine mandate. They came up with that idea, and the said gentleman who is saying that I am lazy sat down there and signed that mandate to dismiss over 500 workers. You want to get away from that? You want to get away from that responsibility? That is your responsibility. It's the same like when Hitler and them signed the death warrant for those Jews years ago. It's the same like when our people was driven into slavery. And they have treated us in that manner. And I am saying to you, come the 27th, that date is significant. Let us show them that we are the bosses of this country and they are walking with us. Let us show them that. Show them your voting finger. Show them your voting finger. We are right thinking people in St. Vincent. I see some people jumping up and saying, let's go with them another term. And you know what they are doing? They are trying to create or even make worse a begging culture. They have already created a begging culture in the country, not because people want to beg, but they can't do better. Things are that difficult. You think that is the way we should be living? You think that's the way you should be living? You as a big man and big woman have to go and ask somebody. No, man. We are independent-minded people. We are proud people. And we must say to this government that we are going to take our country from you. We are going to fire you come the 27th of November. I'm going to round up because I know we have been here for a long time. So I'm going to round you up. I'm not going to keep you here tonight. Your decision on the 27th will not just affect you. This is not just about you as adults. It is going to impact your children. Believe me if I tell you so. Another 5 years under this government is going to make things more difficult in our land. And so I'm appealing once again to you. Take time. Sit down in your house. Think about it. We have passed people coming and telling us who to vote for. I know you are ready. You are ready to make the decision. You are ready to vote. A man tell me this evening, he says, sorry, not tomorrow for election. You are ready. I know you are ready. When you come here, say to me, I'm ready. I'm ready. We have already laid out our plans to you. All that we are going to do to make life easier for you. So when Doc said to you, we are going to reduce the VAT. That's an idea of how we could make things better for people. When he says to you within 60 days, I am going to double the public assistance. That is going to make things easier for you. When he says we're going to reduce electricity so that you don't pay as much as you're paying now, it is making life easier for you. So my people, let us now start looking after St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Let us start looking after ourselves. So on the 27th, I'm going to say it again and again. On the 27th, come out in your numbers and vote for Andrew Teach-John and vote for the NDP and mark your X next to the key. Because, caller, you are going to be the first to change things by voting overwhelmingly for change. And I know Carla will do it. Listen to me, my brother. I spend so much time in Carla that I don't beat Sarah and all them guys up there in Domino. I don't beat up all of them. Then I know it's all they better come out. Right? So thank you all so much for coming out tonight. We just have one more day. And then Wednesday. One more day. And then Thursday. And victory on Friday. Victory on Friday. We're taking it back. Victory on Friday. Thank you, my brothers. Thank you all for being here tonight.
The people of South Windward, as we look at Kashaka, we look at Mr. Jiggy, we look at Mr. South Windward right now. I want to say Andrew John. We look at my old teacher this one. He ain't old, but my old teacher. And one of my classmates, he teach him too. I want the people of South Windward to listen to this and raise one hand in the air, because you know why? Stop it, Max, stop it right through. The change is here. The change is now. November 27th. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know the change gonna come. November 27, just remember, together we win. Vote for your respective candidates. Philip Jackson, Mariaqua. Look in this one, my teacher this, so Andrew John, South Windward. Well, you do. You're resting the licks man the arm. You're resting the licks man. That guy this one. And we talking about him, man. Remember Buffy teach me too. But you're resting the licks man here as well. We talking about the man who waited retirement for going to politics. Buffy leave out his big work to represent the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and make sure we get better governance. This is the man for West St. George. We're talking about Kashaka Cupid. All they put all hands together for the entire team on the stage right now. All right. Philip, don't. No. Now, South Windward, we are nice people.
We can interview him.
You want me to interview him?
Well, it's up to you.
No, Philip, be there. Good night, South Windward. Listen, it was a wonderful night. My task here is just to remind us that on November 27, we have a date with destiny. It is very clear to those who want to see and those who want to hear and those who are really feeling the pulse of this country that the time has come for us to turn a new leaf in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and to usher in a new season of hope and progress for our people. The old regime is just holding on to power just for the sake of holding on. They no longer have what it takes to take this country into the 21st century and lead by example. Team Ndp, led by Dr. Friday, is the only choice for SVG into the future. It has become clear that the ULP is working only for friends and family. They are not working for you. Team Ndp, led by Dr. Friday, we have the plans, the programs, and the projects. We have the heart, we have the commitment, and we have the people at the center of everything we do. Therefore, people of Calder and South Windward, Mariaqua, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, come the 27th of November. The choice is clear. Your commitment to yourselves, to your family, to your community, to your constituency, and to your country is to make sure that you show up at the polls. And you will bring others along with you. Together we are going to vote, and together we are going to win, because there's a serious commitment to bring a new chapter, a new season in our lives where people are at the center of government, and government leads by example and lead with people on our minds, on our projects, on our programs. That is the kind of leadership that Dr. Friday and Team Ndp are offering to you. Make no mistake about it. The choice is clear. Team Ndp, yellow is the code. The symbol is the key. The party is Ndp. In South Windward, your choice is Andrew Teach John. Let's do this thing together. Let's work together, vote together, and we shall win together for SVG. God bless you. Have a good night. Take home the message. 27th of November, Ndp is the choice. God bless you. We love you. We look forward. Thank you, Philip. Wish all forces safe passage. Get home safe. Tomorrow night we heading to Camden Park for our final rally. Tomorrow night we heading to Camden Park. Usual transportation in place. Get home safely, stay blessed, and remember, after Thursday the 27th, it's gonna be Friday. Good night.